mind is without fear, where the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms to perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost itself in the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let our peoples awake. This stirring cri de coeur of the illustrious Rabindranath Tagore, from the sylvan setting of Shanti Niketan in Bengal, took root, flowered, and blossomed into a superb tree of knowledge in the magical vale of the Doon, amidst a lush green forest setting. Nestled in the lap of the mighty Himalayas, came into existence one of the most distinguished centers of learning on the subcontinent, an amalgam of monastic novitiate scholars, imbued with military knightly virtues, crafted out of the granite of the best talent from across the land, was forged into what came to be known in those days as the Prince of Wales Royal Indian Military College, or the RIMC. Come, join us through the hallowed portals of time to journey through the inspiring saga of this justifiably fabled institution. The genesis of the Center of Excellence lay in the creation of the Imperial Cadet College for the cadets of the Imperial Cadet Corps in 1901 by the then Viceroy of India, Lord Curzon of Kedleston, at this very location in Dehradun. As a military training nursery for the scions of the Indian princely families, it functioned with success until 1914, when it was disbanded. Thus, a colorful and creative vignette of this tale, which covered a period featuring such notable figures as Lieutenant General Sir Pratap Singh of Jodhpur, who led the legendary Jodhpur Lancers to France and Flanders in 1914, came to an end. The saga of the Indianization of the army and the creation of an equivalent establishment to Sandhurst on the subcontinent was taken up thereafter by eminent personalities such as Motilal Nehru, M.A. Jinnah, Lieutenant General Sir Andrew Skene, and other members of the Indian Sandhurst Committee. From 1914 to 1921, the Mechanical Transport Training School was located here, as also for a brief period a convalescent hospital. At the conclusion of World War I, Lord H.S. Rawlinson, the then Commander-in-Chief India, recognized the need for an establishment to train potential Indian officers of the former British Indian Army to enable them obtain the coveted King's Commission through direct entry into the Royal Military College Sandhurst or the Royal Air Force College at Cranwell. The Government of India, accepting the demands of Indian thinkers and political leaders, accomplished the formal establishment of this college at its present location on 22nd February 1922. On 13th March 1922, His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, the heir to the British Sovereign, formally inaugurated this institution and bestowed upon it the title of Prince of Wales Royal Indian Military College, together with the heraldic symbol of the heir to the House of Windsor, 3 ostrich plumes, erect argent, pen d'or, and the motto, Ik Diem, or I serve, aptly epitomizing the classic Indian tradition of seva. The Prince was, on this occasion, fortuitously accompanied by His Royal Navy aide-de-camp, later Lord Mountbatten of Burma, who became the last Viceroy and Governor-General of India in 1947, and who revisited the college in this capacity in 1948. The following extracts from the stirring speech of His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales will amply show how the alumni of the college have more than fulfilled and even surpassed the Prince's prophetic exhortation. From my own experience, I may say that it is the first few blows on the anvil of life that give the human weapon the set and temper which carries it through life's battles. It is the pride of the English public schools that they have supplied the early training to those British officers who, with the aid of the gallant body of Indian officers, have for years led and guided the fighting men of India to victory on many fields. It is in order to give you the same opportunities and advantages that this college has been established. Further, that the administration of the college will keep before them not only the great ideals of the public schools of England, but will also foster and maintain the fine old Indian spirit of mutual reverence which bound together the Indian Guru and Chela. And finally, to those who aspire to the honor of a King's Commission, I say, work hard, play hard, live an upright and honest life, maintain untarnished the great martial traditions of India's fighting men. Keep unsullied the chivalry and honor which has been handed down to you as a heritage by the Indian princes and warriors of old, by the Indian officers of the past, and by the British officers who have trained the Indian soldier in peace and led him in war. From 1922 to date, the college has been privileged to have excelled itself and surpassed the evocative injunction given it by the Prince of Wales. The historic, though painful adieu in 1947 of our brothers in arms, colleagues and friends only served to add further luster to the college, for, in keeping with their calling, they have been superlatively and splendidly in the forefront of all that their nation has achieved. The college salutes all its alumni for their steadfast display of grit, resolve, camaraderie, and unique achievement. For truly have they excelled and even surpassed the exhortations of successive presidents of India, such as Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Shri V.V. Giri, and Chiefs of Army Staff, notably Generals K.V. Krishna Rao and V.N. Sharma. The drum roll of honors attained by the alumni of the college include, among other singular credits, by way only of a token offering, the winners of high military and associated awards, some 86, including one Victoria Cross to Prem Bhagat and a posthumous Param Veer Chakra to Somnath Sharma. The other distinguished awards won by the alumni of the college include the awards of the DSO, MC, DFC, OBE, MBE, and other decorations. Winners of the Sword of Honor at the Indian Military Academy since 1934, 18. Other honors and awards since 1947, 177. 4 Indian service chiefs and 3 Pakistan chiefs, together with a number of top-ranking defense services officers in both nations. RIMColian captains of industry from both India and Pakistan. RIMColian governors, ambassadors, diplomats, and political luminaries, some 1 score from both countries. Among our brothers across the border, names such as Sahibzada Yaqub Khan, Shahryar Khan, Nasirullah Babar, and Shah Nawaz Khan of India come immediately to mind, to whom, together with our other brothers, with abiding affection and warmth, we say,
हम कुछ भी नहीं हैं, फिर भी इनायत है आपकी, जर्रे को आफताब बनाने का शुक्रिया.
Truly, these worthy scions of this college have amply lived up to the great traditions of this institution, so aptly summed up by the first principal of the college, Lieutenant Colonel H.L. Horton, in these immortal words. Tradition means that which is handed down. In the sense which we are using the word, we mean the spirit, the tone, and the pride in a glorious past, which leads every boy to guard as a precious jewel the good name of his college. In 1948, in keeping with the changes on the subcontinent, the 3 cadet sections, Rawlinson, Roberts, and Kitchener, named after the Commanders-in-Chief India, were renamed Pratap, Ranjit, and Shivaji. Chandragupta section came later. Earlier in 1945, a unique fourth section, Wavell, which had been temporarily raised in 1941 during the war for British cadets evacuated from England, was closed down. We warmly welcome some former members of the old Wavell section, especially Viscount J.D. Slim. The name of the college also underwent a number of changes over a period of time. From 1922 to 1949, it was known as the Prince of Wales Royal Indian Military College. In 1950, the words Royal Indian were dropped and the designation became Prince of Wales Military College. In 1955, this was changed to Sainik School. Much to the relief of all Rimkolians, in October 1959, it reverted to its former fabled initials and was designated the Rashtriya Indian Military College, or the RIMC. The Prince of Wales insignia also yielded place to the new college badge, 3 peacock feathers replacing the ostrich plumes. The imperial crown now yielded place to the Ashok Chakra, and the words of the motto, Ik Dien, were replaced by Bal Vivek, strength and wisdom. From 1922 to 1932, approximately 61 cadets were sent by the college to service academies in England through open competitive examinations. Similarly, from 1932, the college was the principal feeder for the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun. The college has sent some 2,000 cadets for pre-commissioned training to establishments in India and abroad. Perhaps a record unequaled by any other training establishment. The college continues to be the main source for cadets entering the Tri-Service National Defence Academy at Kharakbasla near Pune. What then transforms a callow youth into the epitome of steely grit, dogged tenacity, an exemplary value base, and a model citizen? The answer lies in Lieutenant Colonel H.L. Horton's words. Discipline, the training to act in accordance with rules and regulations that have been formulated for the common good. Cheerful and intelligent obedience, the type of willing, cheerful, and intelligent obedience that leads to the unhesitating performance of whatever is required with the utmost zeal and energy. Pride, which stems from smartness, the strict observance of punctilio, and the knowledge that each cadet is a cut above his fellow youths, having been selected on his own merit. And unremitting effort, effort which is unparalleled because it is focused on attaining a set goal. Therefore, while striving relentlessly at work or at play, at all times, as the cadets are constantly exhorted, in all you do, above all things, be men. It is such men, though of tender years, unmatched and incomparable in fiber and temper, that the college has and always shall seek to produce. Our narration would be incomplete without a mention of those responsible to set the tone and tenor of the college with such precise exactitude, devoted diligence, and total dedication. From 1989, the college instituted a unique innovation. It passed the torch of the responsibility for heading the college and manning its instructional staff to former members of its alumni, all distinguished and specially selected service officers. This has been a superb success in cementing higher standards and a fierce pride in the institution, from the commandant to the youngest cadet. The role of distinguished principals and commandants of the college include Colonel Horton, Mr. Scott, Mr. Pritchard, Colonel Fairbank, Mr. Catchpole, Mr. Watson, Mr. Deendayal, Mr. Sharma, Colonel Johar, Colonel Barej, Colonel Chawla, Colonel Sardana, Colonel Chaudhary, Colonel Vinu Gopal, Colonel Mohanty, and Colonel Barav. The legendary Mr. Hugh Catchpole, CBE SI, was principal of the college from 1948 to 1953. It is with very deep sorrow and a sense of great personal loss that the college has to record his passing away on the 1st of February 1997 at a military hospital in Islamabad. A distinguished member of the Oxford alumni, Mr. Catchpole commenced his career as a master in the college in 1928. He was a father figure, mentor, and role model for innumerable members of the college alumni, having trained 4 Indian service chiefs and 3 Pakistan service chiefs. After his retirement in 1956, he created the Hassan Abdal Military School in Pakistan. Remembered and revered with abiding affection, admiration, and respect by one and all, his contribution to this college has been no less substantial and munificent, even after his departure from India. He financed the construction of Catchpole Guest House, which shall remain an enduring reminder of this great soul and eminent educationist. All these years, Mr. Catchpole remained a vital strand and bond of attachment and affection among all Rimkolians that transcended all man-made barriers. To the revered memory of Mr. Hugh Catchpole, a unique human being and a man among men, we pay a collective and respectful tribute. We say, bless you. We shall gratefully remember. We will always care, and we thank you. The RIMC has excelled in activities on the sports field and at adventure sports. Proud tribute is paid to the college squash team, who are the Indian champions in the under-16 category. This vibrant ethos is epitomized by the unique achievement of the members of the college, who participated as the expedition leader and 2 among other crew members in the epic Round the World Sailing Odyssey of the yacht Trishna in 1985-87. Another glorious addition in college annals was the success of 2 mountaineering expeditions in the Garhwal Himalayas to Mount Dehradun, 6,830 meters, and Mounts Thelu and Koteshwar, both over 6,000 meters, comprising cadets between 14 and 16. The first was led by Colonel N.P. Yadav, VSN, and 11 cadets along with Captains Maiti and Sandeep Singh, all college alumni. The second, under the same leader, had 11 cadets and Captain Ajay Sharma SM. In a unique feat in mountaineering, the entire team scaled the twin peaks of Thelu and Koteshwar in 5 days. To these young heroes, we present a salute with pride and say a sincere, well done. It was these great harbingers of the lofty standards of this college who added luster to its existing laurels. It was also the various heads of this college who instituted such worthwhile and laudatory innovations, such as the college cadet captain, the head boy of the college section appointments, and junior appointments to the college cadet captain, thus effectively laying the foundation of an hierarchical system of authority and functioning. Rounds for disciplinary infringements. Which cadet has not undergone rounds and tasted the turf of the main field while doing the mandatory front rolls? Also, recognition and awards for sporting and academic excellence. It is to them and the dedicated staff they headed among the administrative, academic, domestic, and ubiquitous groundsmen, whose silent devotion and total dedication made the college what it is, primus inter pares, or first among equals. Now, at the dawn of the 21st century, the RIMC looks to the future, clear-eyed, with justifiable resolve, pride, élan vital, and fixity of purpose. The college has been, and shall remain, the premier institution of its kind, the cradle of defense service officers of the future, administrators and captains of industry, political luminaries, and above all, citizens of a universal brotherhood, transcending narrow, confined considerations, frontiers, social and denominational barriers, or other inhibiting prejudices. Of a truth, we are all the children of the same Maker. The college is proud of all Rimkolians, past and present, for it is each of you, your deeds and prowess, and above all, your humaneness as fellow beings, bound by the umbilical of this college, who have been tested in the hard school of life and have not been found wanting. Verily, have you indeed thought and action in all that you did, above all things, you were men. May further honors and recognition attend all of you always in the days ahead. The Rimkolian Old Boys Association, ROBA, is the vital bridge across which traverse the currents of the past to merge with the tides of the future, forming an unbreakable bond of fraternity, remembrance, progress, and above all, humaneness to the past, present, and future generation, for all that is compassionate, enduring, and attainable by sincere effort. The college, with its vision unerringly fixed on the next century, can do aught but echo this clarion call, once given by another eminent and outstandingly dedicated educationist, the late Mr. A.E. Foote, that in the years to come, the college shall strive to create a unique aristocracy, not an aristocracy based on birth or pelf, but an aristocracy of service to all mankind. Bless you all. Godspeed. Till we meet again. Khuda Hafiz. Prabhu Raksha.
हम एक हैं, हमारी ममताएं एक सी, हमारे बचपने भी एक, हमारी चाहतें भी मुख्तलिफ नहीं, हमारे रंज एक से, हमारी राहतें भी मुख्तलिफ नहीं, हमारे ख्वाब एक हैं, हम एक ही जमीन की गोद से पले हैं, हम एक आसमान के नूर में ढले हैं, फजाओं की अदाएं एक सी हमारे साथ, हमारे मेहरो अंजुम आफताब एक हैं, हम एक हैं, हम रिमकॉलियंस हैं।